Welcome to the Leetist podcast, a podcast where we play games about games, video games, games of the video sort. This is episode 50.
We did it! Don't we have that sound effect, for fuck's sake? Why do I keep doing it?
What is that?
That's the horn.
Oh, yeah. I do have it. Yeah,
horn, man.
This is kind of a special episode. We're recording this the same time we just did episode 49, and I'm going on a little vacation for Memorial Day.
Oh, wait, I have it. I got the horn. Here goes.
Okay,
Here we go. Welcome to episode 50 of the Leetist podcast.
This episode is coming out right at the same time we recorded our first recording, which is episode 0, which is not available on the podcast stream because it's like
we got rid of that shit.
It was. I mean, it was fun. Okay, all right. It was fun to do that episode, and it was really exciting to do it. But at the same time, I mean, we were all. This was still COVID-y.
It was.
stuff.
We were working remote.
We didn't have any equipment, so we were all using just like headphone microphones and stuff.
I was
and
using
doing this stuff
like
digital,
a basic headphone mic. Yeah.
And that's not a problem for people that actually have like the quality equipment stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't really. I mean, we were doing the best we could.
We were trying to find our footing. Well, I was a guest.
That's
let's
right.
Start with
Yeah.
that. So, that was the idea. Was that Tim and Kenny were going to be the co-hosts of the show, and they were going to have a rotating guest coming on, and I was the first guest, and then I refused to leave. I think that's what it was. Is I
like
just
he
said,
showed up on the
never
doorstep
leaving.
and like we fed him once, and he was like he just kept coming around.
I was the stray cat of the show, and you guys kept feeding me. Well, what else am I?
But when we posted it to the podcast streams, we were like, well, let's just number it episode 0 in case maybe we want to, call it the pilot and take it down, which we did like 6 episodes later.
Yeah.
But there's some content on that episode, which we're going to reach into the annals of history. And I think I have some...
Keep using that word.
We should probably make a song at this point.
I'm going to give you guys the exact same Smarter Than Elite Gamer trivia that I did on that show today.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
We're also going to kind of reminisce about what happened in that episode since it's not available to everyone. We got some of the content we can pull from there to celebrate the year of the Leetist. We had a debate.
The year of the Leetist. I think that's a Zodiac thing, right?
That was so we can officially say that this is the cap off to season 1, and we'll start season 2
this is the
next
season
episode.
Is that what we're going to do? We're going to do seasons
finale.
now?
Sure.
We'll start over and relabel all of the ones on Buzzsprout so that they say season 1 episode.
It already is like that.
Is it?
Yeah, because when I upload them, it asks me what season it is.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, so
we have officially done a season of the Leetist podcast.
That sounds great for you guys. I would do this shit on the website. We've grown in some ways. We have a website now. Didn't have that
we
to
have
begin
social
with.
media now. I think
Social
that's
media.
kind of like
doing
the
the
big
Twitter.
deal. Yeah.
We had Twitter before we even started the podcast.
We just didn't know what it
We
was.
didn't
We
know it.
had it. We didn't know what it was. We were scared about it.
We have a Twitter.
We have a Twitter, though. We knew it.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
We had Kenny. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? Like where did? Because you're the brainchild of all this kind of thing. So when you wanted to start the Leetist, like what was going through your head?
I listen to podcasts at work all the time because I get to sit at a desk and do work, and I get to listen to gaming podcasts. I think I didn't even start listening to them until, remember, I told you before that 2015 was kind of the year that I really got into gaming.
Yeah.
I think it kind of sparked a little in 2013 when The Last of Us came out.
Whoa.
What's up?
You're into gaming?
When does that happen?
When The Last of Us came, I didn't pay attention to developers, names of people in the industry or anything like that until...
You still don't.
That's me. I don't pay attention.
2015. I was interested in 2013 when The Last of Us came out. I think BioShock Infinite around that time. GTA 5.
Yeah.
And then 2015, I started this new job where I could listen to podcasts all day. And the first thing I started listening to, I saw P.S. I Love You, which is... Kind of Funny, basically, which was a PlayStation podcast, and I started hearing names like David Jaffe for the first time, or Tim Schafer, or anything. I knew Kojima maybe and Bethesda, and that was about it, right?
Yeah.
So,
that's about what I know at this point.
Yeah, once in a while they would play a game on that show. A fun game, trivia type game. I also listen to Game Scoop. They do 20 questions on there, and I always loved the games, and I thought a show that just had the games would be something I'd love to hear. Also movie fights, like I said, that's what spawned the
that
debate
was what the
thing.
debates
That's what we
came
call finding a niche market.
Yeah, so
and
all those
slotting
ideas.
ourselves in there. Because how many game podcasts do you think are out there? Like video game podcasts?
Oh, Jesus, like thousands,
Yeah, man.
There's no doubt that there's like thousands.
How
of them.
many just play games about games?
Yeah, I mean, that was the big discussion, besides trying to find a fucking name.
That took a while.
That took a very long time.
What was some of our contenders?
Oh, my God. I bet I could
do
go
you
back and
guys
find
That's
remember?
just like your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man. Hold on. You guys talk amongst yourselves because I think I can find this on our chat
Oh,
history.
that would be interesting, yeah.
Because, I don't really recall. You guys probably discussed this before
was me
I
and
got
Tim,
on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I kind of want to hear what some of the ideas.
There
were
was a
for
lot
it.
being thrown back and forth, but as soon as he said the Leetist, it was after like probably close to a week of shooting names back and forth.
Yeah.
And he just said that, and I was just like, yes. Like, that was it. That was the end of the conversation. I was like, it's perfect. It's short.
Now that's a hit song right there. Right? it's when you're like pitching ideas for a song.
It wasn't taken by anyone
number
else.
one song right there.
T-posers.
T-posers.
Trial Hard. The Gank Tank.
Ooh.
We didn't go with that one. We could have, but we didn't.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Blow My Dusty Cartridge.
You know what, though? That would be a really good band name.
The Shitty Beatles.
Brawl Bag, Brawl Bros. When we were thinking more about
Smash Brothers.
No, when we were thinking more about debates.
Debates,
Fighting Brawls of Steel.
Brawls
Just a
of
great
Steel,
name.
yeah.
Super Brawl Sack.
Man, I know where your guys' heads were at.
Oh my god!
No,
These are just randomly coming up, kind of thing. Geez, circled squares. Which
That
I thought
one
was a
was
pretty
close.
good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was close. That was a close
Circle
second.
squares.
Circled
Circled
squares.
because
Instead of the squared circle.
What is that?
That's
Boxing ring.
Yeah, like a boxing ring. Squared circle.
because of the debate, the fight, the movie fight thing.
Yeah.
That was going to be like a heavy thing in the show,
Yeah.
which we, still bringing back. But
Another perspective, for argument's sake, hear me out. Who the fuck do you think you are, asshole?
I don't remember that at all.
Now that's not even a title. It's just something we say occasionally on the show.
Oh man, yeah. There's
I think
probably
we
a
should
bunch
take
of
some of those titles and make them into games.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
who the fuck do you think you are, asshole?
Who the fuck do you think you are, asshole?
It's a game.
That's amazing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of ideas of different things. That was when we were definitely more debate focused, and then as we kind of just started doing it,
He just came up with lots of games.
the games are way easier to come up with, which is surprising because it's still work. Like it's still a tough thing to do. But the game, I mean, there's so much source material that you can pull from.
You know, it was when first coming up with like the game concepts or something. Yeah, it was a very tough start to it because you're like, where do I even begin to do research to know what kind of trivia you need to really do? It wasn't until I think probably a few episodes in where we're like, oh, we can get weird with this shit.
Yeah.
Like it was more like the first episode was definitely more like straightforward trivia, I think.
Yeah,
pretty much,
But we'll
yeah.
find out, and because you're going to
Shortly,
rehash
we did a
the
debate though.
We did a
well,
debate,
right?
but
But that was akin to movie
did a debate.
fights, and that was kind of the debate. And that was more, akin to the movie fight thing, which was, I think, a great idea, doing game debates versus movie fights.
Some fun facts about the beginning of that episode. This was before the news game was a thing. We talked about the Horizon Forbidden West reveal was the next day, so we talked about that. The first time we ever saw it. Yeah. Also, we talked about Starfield. I guess the reveal of that.
Remember Starfield?
Ryan asked the question if Elden Ring is becoming another Cyberpunk, referring to the hype of Elden Ring and it possibly being a big disappointment.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
I told Tim for the first time that platinum meant all trophies in PlayStation, which I think I've told him 5 times more.
Probably have. Since then. Hey, I thought about it, by the way. We were talking about that last episode. You said you've never it was the first game you've 100%ed it, and you could see with the thrill of it?
So I have 100%ed a few games. Actually, that Spider-Man Miles Morales I platinumed.
Oh, nice.
Because I love that game, but it also was a shorter game, easy to platinum.
The one that I was going to tell you was super easy, and I heard about on Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
It's called My Name is Mayo. Or no, it's I Am Mayo. And you're just looking at a jar of mayonnaise and tapping on it with one button, and you just keep pressing the button to tap a finger on the mayonnaise jar.
Oh,
and you just do that for a while, and you get a platinum trophy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I realized there is a game that I got all 100 trophies on, and then the DLC came out, and then I don't have all the trophies on anymore, and that's Skyrim.
Oh, nice.
I had all the achievements on the original Skyrim.
Do you get the platinum, I guess, on PlayStation?
Become a vampire. And I was like, oh, fucking be a vampire.
Do you get the platinum if you complete it regardless of the DLC? Or once you add that DLC, you cannot get the platinum unless you beat all the DLC stuff?
There's two separate things. There's like a DLC platinum and
okay, so they separate it.
They do, but then when you look at it in if I were to go look at your list of trophies and I saw Bloodborne, it would show me one score.
Yeah.
And then when I hit Bloodborne, it would show me the two separate things, and it would tell me if you 100%ed the main game, if that makes sense.
Oh, so you can actually get 2 platinums in one game, though, right? Based on it having DLC or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get the DLC Platinum, and I
That
think
makes
so.
sense.
Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure.
I found more of the ideas for our podcast.
Oh, God.
There was Teddy Bear Suicide. There was God Hates Figs. Department of Homeland's Obscurity. Flames for Flames. Muscle Confusion. There was Nothing Rhymes with Orange, and then Everything Rhymes with Orange. Punch Face Champions, Rad Wagon. There was Puppy Pendulum, Possum Pendulum, and then Penis Pendulum. Handrail Suicide, Angel Snack.
You know what's funny is I can
Just the
kind
tip.
of follow the mentality that was happening at this point.
Three Skin.
Oh,
What was that? Jet Black Pope.
My memory is terrible. I don't remember most of these.
Actually, as a podcast name, I think Everything Rhymes with Orange sounds like a fun podcast name.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good podcast name.
Sure, yeah. Let's make it.
No, because it's like one of those things where it's like so weird, but it's like, yeah, I mean,
That could be, yeah.
The Leetist worked out.
Yeah.
We thought about doing it with like numbers, but that would be even harder to Google.
Oh,
So I'm glad we didn't do
We
that.
are the Leetist. We will always be.
Can I
Leetist.
confess to you guys though? There's just a little bug about it. Leetist versus Leetest. And I've never come to terms with that because I like them both. And I keep on trying to use Leetest as like a clever thing to say, but that's not a clever thing to say because it's not Leetest, it's Leetist. I mean, am I crazy here?
You can
I'm
still
trying to
use
follow you.
elitist as a word with EST.
Isn't it still Leetist?
Yeah.
You could say you're the elitist person in the room, and it wouldn't be IST, it would be EST, right?
Right.
I
Yeah,
guess.
the idea was it's just like Leet speak, right?
Yeah,
L33T.
You kind of sounded like Christopher Walken there, and I kind of
Yeah,
like that.
you got to look at the Leet. You're talking to my boy all wrong.
It has been fun though, and seeing the evolution of the show, and seeing how we've just by the seat of our pants, figured out how we're doing things.
I think honestly, from recording to Audacity to like getting the editing done, which by the way, from day one, Kenny has fucking slayed.
Play the
editing.
applause thing, Kenny.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's from us to you.
I don't think there's been a single. No, there has never been a single moment where you're like, I'm having trouble editing this. Like, there's never been a.
That's true.
Send out the bat signal. I need help.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. And I was talking to this to Emo recently, kind of thing, when I was talking about how the podcast has grown, how the listenership has grown and stuff. And he asked me basically, like, do you enjoy doing it? Like, that's the big thing. Because, we're running a podcast. We want listenership and everything. We look at those numbers. Those are important because they're motivators. But what Emo basically pointed out, he said, do you like doing it? I was like, fuck yeah. Like,
of course,
this has been fun.
No.
The past year has been a blast. I look forward to doing this every week with you guys.
Yeah,
Like, this is like a highlight of my week. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the listeners that we do have that are listening to our show. I just love it, and I'm looking forward to another year of it because I'll do it again.
Seriously, it has been absolutely. It's just been a blast, and I love because we used to record this. It was Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I can't remember. It's like that's so long ago we switched over, but on Sundays now, this is when we record. And what's great about this is just like it's like that nice cap. To the week.
I don't know if you guys realize that the very first of the episode 0, the first time we ever played Leet Gamer, I just said, I didn't have any sound effects or theme songs for anything. I just said, okay, this is, Tim named this, Are You Smarter Than a Leet Gamer? And I just went, do-do-do-do-do-do. And me listening back to that while editing it was the birth of that song. I was just like, I'm going to record something that sounds like that.
Yeah.
And
I think, majority of our sound effects or music have come from us just going like, we have nothing for this. Let me
slap a debates.
Slap a debates.
Kenny was like, what are you going to call the bass section? I don't know. Slap a debates. I got it from, 40-year-old virgin. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Slap
that was
bass.
also in episode 0. Both of those sound effects originated with me hearing episode 0.
No, I mean, I think we just kind of started coming up with stuff. We did the news game was just us like, I think that was Tim not knowing what to call it. So he's just like the news game.
Well, that works. But we were also just talking about the news, which is great for podcasts that do that and everything. But, we pretty much figured out pretty quick. It was when Jaffe was on and we talked to Jaffe. That was epiphany for me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That didn't spawn the news game.
Jaffe
though.
kind of gave
That
us
didn't
some.
spawn
Didn't
the
spawn
news
the news game. No. But this is like where my train of thoughts going. Because we were doing the news game, and the news was lasting us like 30 to 40 minutes of the start of our show.
We can talk about it. Yeah.
And after talking to Jaffe about it, and we didn't put this in the episode. I think it was edited out of the episode.
Yeah,
Jaffe basically gave us some unsolicited advice. Yeah. We're like,
here's what you're doing wrong.
Here's what you're doing wrong. I've been in this game for a while, boys.
For a while.
Yeah. And he's like, guys, a lot of podcasts do the news, and there are podcasts that do it really well, like people that are really connected.
Jaffe does it.
Jaffe does it. There's a lot of podcasts that do it really well. They can do these really wonderful deep dives and everything, but the core content, the stuff that we love to do the most, hasn't been discussing the news. Right. It's just something we do. You know what I mean? We don't have these deep insights to those things. So it was actually like pretty cool to talk to him about that and go, why don't we just glance over it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because there are people that listen. I've heard this from at least Kyle. So there's got to be other people that listen to patron Kyle. Shout out. Thanks so much for listening. He said, I mean, you guys work at the news. And clearly that's all he wants. He wants 15 minutes of just give me some headlines and
that's and I think what's great about it is a lot of podcasts, some stuff will be like daily podcasts, like updates or stuff like that. And it's just news after news after news. You're cherry picking some of the better like news. And then what I really love is the fact that you cherry pick a weird news topic for the last one. And somehow, sometimes we know what you're talking about because we're like, oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I'm always amazed when you guys do know that one.
Yeah, exactly. So
cut that down to a 15-minute quick game of the news, and it's just a condensed, nice thing. It really helped the format of the show, I think, from there.
I think it was just around New Year's, where it was just about New Year's this year when we were just like, okay, guys, well, it's been 6 months. Like, what are we doing here? Let's sit and talk about it kind of thing. And that's when we started really focusing, like knuckling down on formatting, realizing our strengths, what's working for us, what was working not so well for us kind of thing. And it's just like, hey, let's figure that shit out. And that was basically where the format that you hear today has been. I mean, not this episode.
Well, this one I think is more of a
special episode from us.
Like a retrospective.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like kind of looking at the past.
This is going to be called the year anniversary or something.
Year anniversary. We have a cake. No one.
But
don't.
Some of those thoughts because some of those questions about that history will be coming up in a little bit after the leak.
I am kind of interested to see what kind of questions we were asking when we first started.
Well, we can find out, and we can hear what that Leet Gamer sound has sounded like since episode 0. It sounds like, are you smarter than a Leet Gamer?
Hold on. I
don't know when the last time you guys heard episode 0 was, but it doesn't matter.
Flawless segue.
Oh, thank you.
I got to put a soundboard on this laptop kind of thing because I think you and I are working in tandem. I think this could be even better.
And then I have no control over it, and it's great.
Brian.
So, I like that.
We'll see if you guys remember any of these.
All right, let's see if I remember. I'm kind of excited to hear this because I mean, this is a mixture of will I just know the answer or will I remember? It's
gonna be wild if we remember some of this.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
We didn't even have a coin back then.
The categories are.
Yeah, what did we do to choose first player? I think you just said, Ryan, go.
No, I think we did flip a coin.
Did we?
I might have sitting in my room. Yeah. Anyway, the categories actually they only had 3 questions each. The first Leet Gamer.
Wow.
Believe it or not. Yeah, and they were who's that voice?
Okay.
Open world fatigue. And Nintendudes. Those are the 3 categories.
I honestly do not remember.
You don't remember any
of that.
Who's that voice is definitely not the one I'm going to pick.
And I think you said the same thing.
Yeah. If it's not Nolan North, man,
this
I'm
is
fucked.
the one with the voice actors.
Yeah.
I hated
they
that
one. They have to do with voice actors.
I considered not being on the show after that category.
No, I remember that.
Ryan, call it in the air.
Tails. Oh,
it is a
that's
head.
a heads.
Tim will go first. Who's that voice? Open world fatigue. Nintendo.
Open world fatigue.
Open world fatigue. Tim, you got this question last time. Let's see if you remembered this answer because I'm going to let you know that you got it wrong the first time.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
What is the name of the 80s band that lended their hit I Ran So Far Away to the GTA Vice City trailer and radio soundtrack?
Oh, no.
You got it wrong?
Flock of seagulls?
Yeah.
All right.
There's no way you
Tim,
got
you
that
have
wrong.
He didn't know it. No, he didn't know it.
Oh,
back
I
then.
thought you would have definitely known that because you.
Now you do know
that's a band that I think you
I
would
feel
know.
really small right now.
Yeah.
This is already going different than I did the first time.
Yeah, all
Let's-
right,
So
okay.
you're
All right.
ahead.
All right.
Ryan.
Not any. I will take any category except for the voice one.
Open world fatigue or Nintendo?
Nintendudes. Let's do it.
All right. What is the name of Donkey Kong's grandpa in Donkey Kong Country?
Cranky Kong.
Yeah. And you answered that the first time, and you also got it right.
Good job.
Oh, was that my first category choice too?
I don't know about that.
Oh, that'd be
Don't
interesting.
ask me.
Like,
Who's
where-
that voice?
Who's
He
that
said
voice?
unconfidently.
Nolan North.
This was
probably
one
Nolan
I
North.
gave to
Just say
you
Nolan
the first
North.
time as well.
Probably Nolan North.
It's Nolan
Name
North.
one voice actor in Death Stranding besides Norman Reedus.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen,
There you
which is
go.
probably what I said last
It
time.
is,
too.
yes. Ryan.
Is that where I messed up Guillermo del Toro?
Yes, it is. It is. And we mentioned that you said like Gelmo. And then I said something about featuring his brother Elmo del Toro.
Yeah, this is all. God, this is
Coming back
awesome.
to you.
I'm kind of loving this.
Ryan, pick a category.
Oh my God, do you imagine like Grover holding like a box of things and just delivering it? It'd be great. I will take Nintendudes again. I'm going to keep going
Right.
down that category.
Neither of you got this right the first time.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
All right.
Name 2 Koopa children that appeared in Super Mario World.
Okay. Ludwig von Koopa
That is one.
and Iggy.
That is correct.
That is literally the two that I thought of.
So the female one, is that one
Wendy.
called Wendy?
Wendy, yeah.
That's what I
You
thought.
got
After Wendy, what's her name? The punk rocker. What's her name?
You got
Wendy.
They
Lair-
were all
oh,
named
yeah.
after, because,
They're named after like musicians.
yeah.
Larry, Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy, and Ludwig. Ludwig.
Wendy O. Williams. That was her name.
Wendy O. Williams.
Oh boy.
There you go. Tim,
What's up?
who's that voice? Open World Fatigue? Nintendo.
Let's do Nintendudes.
All right. This is the last one in Nintendo.
All right.
Oh, I don't know if you'll know this because this was Ryan's question last time.
Oh.
You probably do. What was the name of the Japan-only release that was eventually transformed into Super Mario 2?
Oh, Doki Doki Panic.
There you go.
I think we've said it a billion times.
I didn't know
in
if
the
Tim
back.
retained that information or not.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Man, Wendy O. Williams. Good Lord. She's
Ryan,
fun to Google, by the way.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Don't
will-
read anything. Just look at pictures.
Open world.
Okay. This was also your question in episode 0.
All right.
Which of these settings has not been in Assassin's Creed, Renaissance Italy, Aztec Empire, American Revolution?
Aztec Empire.
And you answered
And
it
it's
correctly.
still accurate to this day. It's a
And what?
year later, and we still haven't had an
Age of
Aztec
Empires?
one. No, the
Assassin's Creed.
That's great. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Tim, who's that voice for Open World Today?
Open Wolf Attack.
All right, let's see if you can do this.
All right.
What is the first and last name of the saloon owner in Fallout 3 who shares his name with a popular ex-IGN journalist and podcaster?
Colin Moriarty.
Yeah, there you go. You're learning,
I
guys.
am, yeah.
You knew Moriarty last time,
I
by
did.
the way.
Yeah, I
you
didn't
just
know
didn't know the
Colin.
first name.
Yeah.
But there you
Open world.
go. That's done.
Uh-huh.
I told you this was a shorter one. So
Oh, do I only have name?
That voice?
who's that voice?
So
All
wait,
that's left.
None of us have missed a question yet.
Matt L. Jones played Badger in the AMC meth-infused hit show Breaking Bad. What classic video game character did he bring to life as a voice actor in 2020?
Wedge.
Yeah.
Well done. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
To which you said Vix and Wedge,
Yeah. Vix and Wedge.
but it's Biggs and Wedge. I know, yes.
Don't start with me. This is a real life thing.
Yeah,
All right.
Vix and Wedge is
My
also
retro
a thing.
gamers know the thing.
All right, last question.
So if he gets it right, he wins by.
All right. Okay. I got some trivia for you fucking guys. In Chrono Trigger, right? In Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
you meet Biggs and Wedge. Actually, it might be Vix and Wedge,
Yeah,
too.
I think it is.
In the tent in the Millennial Fair. There is also a third name that has been used in a couple other games, too, as another generic Square name that they've used.
Sid.
No. I'm thinking of the beginning of Chrono Trigger in one of the tents, right? Isn't there a...
Wait.
Shit, I can't remember.
They were in Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, Vix and Wedge, I think.
Vix and Wedge were in Chrono Trigger.
One from FF7?
Yeah, because they do the you go into the tent in Chrono Trigger, the Norstein Bexler's lab, I think is what the tent is called, and you see 3 soldiers and they point their names out. They say, "I'm blank, I'm Vix, and I'm Wedge."
Yep.
And then they start scrambling on the screen, and then Norstein Bexler says, "All right, find Vix." And you've got to click which one is Vix. So there's Vix, Wedge, and there's one more. What's the other one's name?
So I guess Sid, it's not right.
I don't remember at all.
Pierre.
Pierre
is the 3 travelers, and I think this is a thing. Vix, Wedge, and Pierre is like a thing.
Historical thing?
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah.
This will win you the game.
Uh-oh.
And I don't think you're going to get it.
By happenstance of starting the game, you'll win the
by
game.
coin flip that you guessed wrong.
We didn't figure things
you
out
only have yourself to blame.
This is unfair.
All right, Tim. America's beloved Kevin Spacey turned out to be a villain after all in 2014's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Which small screen celeb took the villain role in the next installment, Infinite Warfare?
I have no idea. Hold on. I'm going to guess.
Okay.
Channing Tatum. No. Give me a second here.
Wait, he just guessed. I'm going to give it to you.
No.
I'm going to give it to you.
No, don't give
Small
it to me.
screen celeb took the villain role in the next installment.
Small screen celeb. God. Tyrion Lannister.
Do you know the actor?
Oh, no. Fuck if I know. It's the guy who played Jon Snow, though.
Yeah, it is. It's Kit Harington.
Kit Harington.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
So we tied?
Yeah, you tied. In the first game ever. Do you want a tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do closest to the pin.
Oh,
okay.
So one we've done before.
So how many episodes of Leet?
No. Prepare to write down your answer.
Okay.
Preparing to write down my answer.
Preparing.
All right, closest to the pin, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
What episode number did the news game debut in?
Oh, that's good. Tim's going to know that, though, because he's been going through that.
I don't remember. We've been doing it for a while. Okay.
All right, I got a number.
All right. You got one too.
Take a look at yours.
Oh boy, I don't like mine.
I'll take a look at yours. If it's the same number, that'll be hilarious.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Tim guessed episode 20.
Yeah.
Ryan guessed episode 15.
I think it was earlier.
The answer is episode 9.
Wow.
Ryan, you have won. Are you smarter than a Leet gamer?
Early? Wow. Holy shit.
Yes, it was.
All right. Hey, guys, that's news to me.
9?
Thank you.
Wow.
Also, Tim.
Well, I guess episode 0 didn't
we also
count,
didn't
so
have a name for it, and Tim was just like the
Remix.
news game, and that's the same clip you hear in the song for the news game. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
That was a blast from the past. Also, we all got the answers right, maybe because we remember.
So the one bit of trivia I want to bring
let's
up,
do
Biggs
it.
and Wedge. The Pierre thing, I think, was okay. Was
So
Chrono
where's
Trigger,
Pierre?
but not in like the same Final Fantasy universe type thing. Okay? This just happened to also be a thing in Chrono Trigger, and I think Biggs and Wedge and Pierre are. I think Vix and Wedge and Pierre are a thing, but then Biggs and Wedge is specifically a Final Fantasy thing.
So
Sure.
Vix is specifically Chrono Trigger. Biggs is like, I guess,
Wrong. Vix is a vapor rub.
Oh my god!
I had no freaking clue that they were in.
So in the original,
Chrono
in
Trigger.
Final Fantasy III, when it was released in the States, the 2 soldiers that are escorting Terra through Narsh
in the beginning of the
are
game.
Vix and Wedge.
No joke.
That's true.
I always thought they were frog people because like their caps made them look like weird, like frog-like people.
They
No?
did look like frog-like
Yeah,
people. You were absolutely
it's
right.
so
They look like
weird.
toadstools. And so, anyways, in the Final Fantasy universe, Biggs and Wedge, it was eventually translated Biggs and Wedge, were named after the Star Wars characters:
Right,
Biggs,
yeah.
Darklighter, and Wedge Antilles.
Right.
And that totally makes sense.
Red
Yeah,
Squadron
no.
wingman from A New Hope.
Man, that blows my mind. That I guess I wonder how much more crossover Final Fantasy had with Chrono Trigger. Because yeah.
Probably some other things, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah. So
Right into the latest. That's the latest on Twitter. Let us know.
if you know more information on
More
that.
trivia about what a crossover in Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger, because we don't know. Guys, the first episode 0 we did had a debate.
Yeah, that's right, it did.
The movie fights idea to merge into this show.
Yeah.
The first debate topic that I came up with was best RPG of the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation.
Right.
That was my first idea for a debate. I had you go up against each other, Tim versus Ryan. And you guys picked...
we would send each other... whenever we do debate things, we send the moderator our answer to make sure that they don't match.
Although we should just have fun and be like, yeah, you chose the same one. Now, who has the stronger argument for it?
That would be kind of difficult.
It would be really funny.
For the record, so can you tell us more about this debate?
Yeah, Tim picked Fallout New Vegas. Ryan picked Mass Effect 2, which at that point Tim had not played.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think by the next episode you had played it, though.
Because that Mass Effect trilogy Legendary came out. Yeah.
That's right. It was on EA Plus. Was it EA Plus?
Origins
Plus or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I stand by my answer. I think we talked about this on later episodes too. That I think New Vegas would have killed it. But before I look back on that, Kenny.
Yeah.
You can't choose one of those two. What was yours? What's your top RPG from that generation?
Yeah, we never asked you.
And you don't have to say like, oh, these were better than these two kind of thing. But if you had to pick, if those were your top two, what's your three?
I can't remember who won that debate either.
Oh, it was me.
It was New Vegas. Yeah.
It was New Vegas.
I mean, I was clearly going to win that. It's a better game.
Well, look. Here's the thing: if we're talking RPG, Dark Souls 1 is an RPG. Isn't
okay.
That's a PS3 360 game. Okay. Right. So that would be my answer.
You would call Dark Souls 1 a better RPG than New Vegas and Mass Effect 2? Just for the record, I'm asking, is this a third place thing or would you call them better? Or call it better?
Here's what I'm going to say. If you're talking about the strictest sense of the word RPG, and if I'm judging it on RPG elements and how well they were done, I would probably pick a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at a list of these are the RPGs from that year or from that generation, I like Dark Souls as a game more than those. Sure. I think New Vegas did RPG better than Dark Souls, probably. Sure. Yeah, I can admit that. If I had to pick one that wasn't your two, not Dark Souls, I'd probably pick Fallout 3. Yeah.
Okay. All right, what about Dragon Age Origins?
Never played it.
That was that gen.
So that was, I remember when we were coming up with the debate idea, that was one of the top ones in my mind.
Yeah.
That game came out around the same time Mass Effect 1 came out.
I still think about that game.
I think I just love that game. Like, it was so well designed because it's really cool. It did what Cyberpunk didn't do, which is it starts you off with 3 choices of starting in 3 different areas.
Massively different.
And they were massively different, whatever you started as, and changed the entire world, where Cyberpunk is like, hey, cool, you start...
I think I said this before on the show, but it still blows my mind. When you choose that starting character in Dragon Age Origins, you're not choosing the starting character. You're choosing the one that Duncan rescues.
Yeah, that's
the rest of the other 2 die.
Yeah,
thematically,
it's really cool.
They don't have Duncan there to step in to stop the execution of your character.
It's so wild to be like, okay, so if you choose, I think if you went dwarf or went for the dwarvish family, you start in that kind of the cave.
So pretty simple idea here, Kenny.
And it's so good. Like, it's like, this is not just like a whatever starting point. This is a world that you're starting in now.
So if you started a dwarf, you start in like the dwarven area among the dwarves in their caste system. And your issue is that you violate that caste system.
Right.
Oh.
And Duncan just happens to show up. He's a Grey Warden who are like demon fighters.
Right.
Basically.
I remember them from
he basically like steps in on your behalf when you're about to be like tried and executed for violating this caste system kind of thing.
I should play that game.
He,
it's good.
adopts you into as a trainee of the Grey Wardens. And the elves are all slaves in Dragon Age universe kind of thing. So you're like impoverished. And I don't remember what you do as an elf, but you fuck up somehow. And Duncan ends up being the one that steps in.
It's interesting because on top of you having a starting location, you also have this you get to choose a past and what it's really, you could be like you are royalty.
You could be high in the caste system of dwarves, or you can be like
literally start impoverished. Yeah. You had a choice, and the dialogue super reflected that,
Massively
and the game reflected that. And again, that's Man, they did that back then, and they still can't do that now.
I loved all the mythos they did with like the lyrium kind of thing, especially like considering sometimes I talk video games to Kathy and go way too in depth, and I should not go that in depth.
When her eyes go behind her head, that's when
I keep talking, man. Don't even worry about that.
She's warging away.
Yeah, man.
To get away
but I try to make it like just intriguing enough that she says, "Oh, tell me more." At least that's what I hear in my head.
What she's saying is, "Please get away from me."
And I was going on a rant about how the Chantry treats, like the mages and everything, has them all sequestered to like the mage tower kind of thing, and they basically give them like magical lobotomies if they do terrible things. And then there's also like apostates. God. The lore is so amazingly rich, and all this stuff was revealed in Origins. This was not Inquisition level shit. This was that first game. So gameplay wise, I don't terribly remember. I do remember it's a lot like Knights of the Old Republic.
You had what was kind of interesting about
you could pause, or you could do active combat or
there
passive
was
combat.
two different styles that you could play. You can play it as like a top-down tactical kind of style, or do more action-oriented.
That's like Inquisition, right?
Right. And Inquisition went back to it. Dragon Age 2, why people didn't like that was it was all action-based. You did not have that tactics element, so people were really against that.
Oh, but it was so cool because you could do like programming. So like all your allies on your team, you could say like, okay, if health is less than 25%, use this ability kind of thing and stuff like that. And you could program each individual person in your party.
One of my favorite things was just more D&D-fied. You can prestige level in that game, and you get multi-classing.
Yeah.
And I was a blood mage.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome. Like, it was
that's the crazy shit.
good.
You say that to anybody, you say like I was a blood mage, and they're like, oh, that's some fucking jag-off class or something like that. In Dragon Age, that's like a thing. You have to get to that, and it's a scary thing, and it's really lore focused, and you're like, oh my God, I'm a blood mage. This is crazy. Can't fucking believe I'm a blood mage.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
And
I can't believe all the things I violated in order to become a blood mage.
I did terrible things to get to that point.
Like you care that you are a blood mage, which is crazy. Because like you said in D&D with like prestige classes, I mean, unless you've got a creative DM, you just take it. You know what I mean? And you become that prestige class.
The hope is that you, in D&D, not to go so off the rails, but in D&D, you're hoping
we're already off, baby.
There's a DM that won't just be like, okay, cool, you have all these specs, you're there. The DM is going to introduce a character, or you're going to say that, hey, in my crossings, I found this character, and they introduced me into this kind of new way of thinking, and I'm really interested in learning this. Yeah. So I'm going to go off and do this with them, or do something with them. So it makes it more story driven. That there's a reason why you're no longer just a ranger. You've kind of gone into like shadow dancing or like these kind of like weird like because think about it, like fucking majors in college. Like you have your major, but then maybe you have like a minor in something or something in that.
I wonder how well that game holds up, because even Inquisition doesn't even hold up very well.
Not really.
No. Yeah.
But there might be that thing where like Inquisition was trying things and Origins was just doing the right thing. So have you gone back and played Knights of the Old Republic, for example?
I have. I still think it's
it
actually
falters
pretty
here and there,
solid.
but the story is solid.
The story is solid. It's pretty specific on where you need to go and your objectives. And I honestly like that combat system where it's programming.
Yeah.
So you go, hey, I want to do light,
you can absolutely do it active.
Yeah.
Like you can play that whole thing out, and that's the part of the programming of it. So you can literally press spacebar throughout the entire fight.
You could.
And do every single action as methodically as you want.
I'm going to wait for the remake on that one. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, no, that's going to be awesome. I would love if they did that for for Origins though. If they did a Dragon Age Origins remake, that would be amazing.
Other options for this debate topic from the same era: Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fable. Fable was 360, right?
2.
Wait, was it?
Fable 2.
Oh, okay, Fable 2.
Fable 1 was on the Xbox.
I don't know why I thought Fable 1 was 360.
Fable
I've only played Fable 1.
Oh, you're right. I remember now.
Yeah.
You're right.
Your will energy is low. Watch that.
But I would argue Fable 2. I would argue Fable 2. They introduced this idea of like you can buy houses and or you can evict people and or you can be this like really terrible landlord and just lord over these areas and stuff. That's what I kind of liked about Fable as a series was it really did give you a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
Like I just go to town and be like, I have my horns are out, dude. I'm just going to destroy everyone in here.
It's always a tough call when like a game gives you a choice of being either good or evil, and then it makes the evil like that much more like fun. Destructive and more fun. And oh my god, like I'm thinking about Fallout 3, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember playing Fallout 3 for the first time?
Yeah, I do.
Was Megaton spoiled for you?
No.
It was not spoiled for me either.
No.
Making that decision in Megaton is one of the most memorable things in gaming history.
I didn't give it a second thought. I was like, oh, fuck this place.
Really?
I was like,
Man.
I don't, because I killed
It's not super significant because
the sheriff
like
immediately and took his hat.
Yeah.
I wanted the hat. I was going to have that hat.
Fair enough.
I was going to get it. Well, I probably should have pickpocketed it and then taken
I always
it,
play as
but,
the good guy the first time.
Yeah, I tried to too. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't even think about how like you could do that in Megaton. You know what I mean? And then I did my second playthrough, and I was like, oh, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, I guess this might be cool. And you go to Tenpenny Tower, and you go like. Holy fuck, I just blew up the entire
I did the same thing my second time through,
And then you go back to Megaton
and
after
it's
you
like
blow
the only
it
one
up.
that survived is Moira, and she's a fucking ghoul now, and you're like, this is incredible. This is like the best thing ever.
It was definitely one of those. I think earlier games did a better job of showing you consequences for your actions, whereas these games now, like, I just don't see too terribly much.
I'd have to think about that one. I'm not sure about that. Like, I don't.
It's because I was pondering. I was thinking about this the other day. I can't even remember a game.
You in the shower?
I was in the shower thinking of you guys, as one is to do, and
as one is to do,
and I was I've been thinking this, like, I don't think I played a game that really has had quote unquote choices in a long time.
Yeah.
It's all just been shoot aliens, or zombies, or deadites.
Speaking of just shoot aliens, Mass Effect 2 was a terrible argument, and I totally won.
Talk about a game, another game that has good consequences for your choices.
I'm going to go back there with my
you
retrospective.
literally lose party members if you make really bad choices, and they die, and you have these really, because they do a good job building up.
Isn't it all about the relationship, like the relationship you built with them, kind of
You're
thing?
Building up this relationship, but I mean, like,
they're more likely to survive if you do their side quests and do say positive things around them and stuff.
And you're going to get more lore if you do the side quests of those characters. If you're doing your side quests for all of your was Gareth and Jack and
Megan.
Talia.
What was her name? It started with like an M. Morrigan.
I think it was Morgan.
Moira.
Well, Morgan was
Moira,
Dragon
that
Age.
was
Ashley.
Miranda.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cerberus, right? Yeah. She worked for Cerberus.
Yeah.
Jacob.
But then you have your Jacobs. Yes. Okay. There are characters that are like, okay, you're here to, and they had that with Mass Effect 1. There were characters that were
was
like,
a big thing. It's like I didn't care about some of the people, and when they died, I was like, okay, they're fucking dead. But the ones I cared about survived because that's how the game worked. If you put a lot of effort into side characters, they stuck with you, and then the ones you didn't care about went away. Yeah. Okay. I give a fuck.
Well, but if you do the side stories, if you do all of the character side stories, there's a lot of good lore for their character and what their rationale and reasoning is. And like, it does become a harder choice.
Yeah.
Later in the game, to make that decision. But also just the fact that you can lose people just because you wanted to finish the game and you didn't fully upgrade your ship.
Yeah.
Because if you don't upgrade your ship fully at the end of the game, you will lose characters.
Yeah.
They die to an attack.
I mean, that's cool, and I dig that idea. I think the thing that, looking back on playing it versus playing New Vegas kind of thing, is that New Vegas had all that plus way more. You know what I mean? Like, it had all those things that you can care about on the individual level, but you could also do so much more. And I feel like Mass Effect 2 was very linear in that sense. Like, it wasn't technically linear, but it felt way more linear.
I will say that the consequences in Fallout 3 are more substantial than the consequences you would see in New Vegas, because New Vegas was more of a New Vegas reminds me of high school. It's like you had your cliques and you wanted to join the certain cliques, and that got you in, and then you can do stuff. There are cool options, and I will never, because Fallout does a great job with making sure that if you are going to do anything with your, your performance skill checks, your charisma, they're going to make it cool.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I mean, New Vegas has one of my favorite endings you can get because your charisma's at 100.
And it's got Chandler.
Chandler? Yeah, that's true.
And what's his name? Who was the happy robot that helps? Mr. Helpful.
Mr.
What was his name?
Mr. Helpful.
Yeah. It was something like that.
I don't remember his name in New Vegas.
Yeah.
Helply.
Yeah.
Mr. Gutsy.
No, it was
The one in the main...
The Securitron
With the cowboy face on it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, not that.
No. The claptrap.
No.
No.
No, I know what you're talking about, but no, not that guy. When you kill Chandler,
Yeah.
and you find his like
Spoiler.
secret compartment, and you go to the back of it, there's the Securitron that's just got like a happy face on it.
Oh,
and he's the one that helps you do the individual like I rule the world ending,
Right.
Because he'll help you take over the Securitrons that infest the Kaiser's base. He'll help you take over the bridge. He'll help you get all the other factions on your side and everything. So when you finish the game, you don't do it for anybody but yourself. And his name was Ba, and Ba was voiced by Matt Foley.
Matt Foley.
Matt Foley?
Matt Foley.
Matt
Mick
Foley is
Foley.
the Chris-
Matt Foley.
No, Matt Foley is the Chris Farley character.
Yeah,
in,
who's Matt Foley?
Isn't that Matt Foley?
No, Matt
Foley's-
Foley is the Chris Farley character
Yeah.
who lived in a van
fuck
down
is
by
his
the
name?
river.
Oh, that's Matt Foley. Something Foley.
I lived in
Kids
the
in the
van. Oh, you're thinking of David Foley. I think it's
David Foley?
Yeah, I think it's
sounds
David
right.
Foley.
Yeah. These are the Daves I know. These are the Daves I know. Yeah.
Yeah, because Matt Foley, that'd be hilarious. You know what? It took me.
We're going to take this over. You're going to live in a van down by the river. Dave Foley.
Dave Foley.
Dave Foley.
Dave Foley, yeah.
He was voiced by Dave Foley. They had a lot of like great voices in that game, and they had all kinds of weird shit that was just completely out there. And you could do it at your own pace. You could still feel like you were moving forward in that game because the leveling system was more robust.
It was.
And
That's why it honestly is my favorite Fallout game. Like out of all of the games, New Vegas, because I felt like I had more control of my character in that game than any other of the Fallout games.
I get that.
Also, before we end this, I do want to shout out Dragon's Dogma, which I love.
Yeah, you do love Dragon's Dogma.
It doesn't get as much love, man.
love
Because
that game.
the idea that you can grapple onto the creatures in that one, and it
Honestly,
was like
that
this
game
really
was-
cool
That was
concept.
too obscure. It freaked everybody
It was
out.
kind of like an Elden Ring before Elden Ring, to tell you the truth. It was
think?
very much a big open third-person Skyrim-y game where there's giant monsters roaming around in random places and cool stuff to explore.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the next quiz?
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
Oh my God, we're still doing games?
I have a mixture of Leetist history questions.
Okay.
And trivia questions from previous shows.
Okay.
That you probably won't remember.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
I like it.
And I just have back and forth. I did one specifically for you and one specifically for Ryan.
Oh,
so we'll start with you, Tim.
Sure.
Tim.
Yeah.
In your first ever Leet Gamer trivia, which of these was not a category?
Okay.
Okay. Platformation station, rose-colored glasses, animal companions. It's all relative.
Those all sound like something you would have done.
Yeah.
Very first Leet Gamer.
Is the one that you chose also one I did some other time?
Mm-hmm.
Rose-colored glasses.
There you go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I felt like that one was a little bit later.
It was. You are correct.
What was rose-colored glasses?
I
How
think
did that work?
that was like you were looking at. Was that a one where you're? Or did we ever do this? This would be a fun game. Doing a review of a game as a positive when it was a really bad game or
that's a good
something like
idea.
that.
Yeah,
Like just like that scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights is like, tell me bad news in a good way. He hates you and he loves your brother.
I'm pretty sure that was not what rose-colored glasses was, but it should have been. Okay, Ryan.
All right.
Here is a trivia question that happened that you got wrong in the past.
Platformation Station.
See if you
That's
remember
a great name.
the answer to this. In Baldur's Gate, Minsk has a unique pet and companion. What kind of pet is it, and what was its name?
I gave you this question, you motherfucker. You better know. I tell you what, a ghost would know its name.
Shadow? No, I don't know.
Boo the hamster.
I can't remember that, man.
The famous line, go for the eyes, boo.
Go for the ice, boo!
What is that from? Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, yeah.
The first one.
Tim,
Yeah.
what did Ryan argue was the best animal companion in episode 4?
Oh,
He chose dog meat.
Yep, he did.
And then I beat him
yeah.
with Yoshi.
Wait, did you beat me on that?
Ryan.
I said you sacrificed your companion, though. How could that be your best?
And then you get him back.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Who was the first guest we ever had besides you?
Ooh. First guest.
I'll give you a hint. It was episode 3.
Episode 3. Because we weren't doing any remote in guests at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Not
technically.
Would that have been?
I was there. I remember. Don't fuck this.
Was that Isaac?
It was Isaac.
He was
I was trying to think.
Amazing. He was in my spare bedroom on a remote microphone. We had to get him in a different room because we had the all-around microphone that was picking up fucking everything. So he had to go in there and shut the door so that it wouldn't pick up all the other sounds. And still it picked up the other sounds of me yelling.
That seems like way too long. Like
he might as well have a fucking section right underneath his Sam.
Yeah.
Tim.
What's up?
This is from a game that I presented you called Irritated Colon.
Nice.
Where I give you the name of the game after the colon, like the subtitle to the game, and you tell me the franchise.
Yeah.
Okay. Mega Micro Games.
WarioWare.
Yeah, you remember. You got it wrong last time. Good job.
I know what WarioWare is now.
Oh.
I still haven't played it, but I know what it is.
As a gamer.
I have, yeah.
Ryan.
I've gotten leader.
This is from a game I presented you that you got wrong. It was
a damn
called
leader, a gamer.
DLC ABCs from
boy.
episode 4.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to give you the DLC. You tell me the game.
Okay.
The Lost and the Damned.
Oh, man. The Red Dead Redemption? No.
It was GTA 4.
GTA 4?
Yep.
Was it GTA 4?
GTA
I still will never know
The
that.
Lost was the biker gang that's in GTA
that,
5. I think I said that before.
You asked me that question a week from today, and I still won't know that. I still will not remember that.
Yeah.
This one's from a category called Wild Weapons.
Okay.
Where I give you the weapon, you give me the game.
Okay.
The Lancer.
Oh, that's so familiar. Oh, the Lancer. Oh, the Lancer.
Oh, the Lancer.
Oh, I probably said Destiny. And that's...
Is it stealable?
I don't want to say that.
Okay.
I probably said that is what I'm saying.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Is it... The Lancer. Is that Halo?
Nope.
Is it stealable?
None of these are stealable.
Gears of War?
Yeah, it's Gears of War.
There's my problem right there.
Can I get a point, please?
Sure, you got a point.
All right. This should work that way. Say no.
You got a pity point.
You're going to lose anyway. So.
That's fair. And that's true. I'm just,
Actually, maybe you wouldn't have lost. No, you can't have that point. Here you go.
No, yeah, exactly.
We don't want to tie.
Don't give me points when I do that.
Ryan, this is the last question.
Oh.
What did Kenny pick for his best death animation?
Ooh.
Hold on. Oh my God. It was from Manhunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the animation?
I don't.
was the chainsaw from behind into the guy's head?
Yeah.
Or whatever?
But I
Correct.
got the game.
Yeah,
Does
you
that
got it, you got
count?
it.
Amazing.
What did I choose?
I got excited.
You picked The Climb.
The Climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Oh
go.
my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. We said visceral like 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Wait, was that a debate? The man versus
Yeah, it
the
was.
Climb?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I still encourage people to play The Climb too. That shit's fucking horrifying.
I have The Climb too. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really
The
fun.
sequel or
Oofa,
the
doofa.
It's a really fun game to show people who haven't played VR because they love being on
That
top
and
of a tower.
what is that other game where you walk across a plank, right?
Oh yeah, the Plank Adventure. What's that fucking thing called?
Apparently, it's more fun if you buy or if you get a piece of wood that you actually walk on while you're doing it.
Yeah, a friend of mine showed us that. And also, there was like a Christmas one where you could ride on a sleigh and you could be Santa Claus throwing presents and stuff. It's not very scary, except for the takeoff. Like the takeoff, you go off a cliff and you're like,
But now I'm Santa.
Well, I think we have proven here that, Ryan, you're good at remembering history things.
Yeah.
Tim is a little bit better at remembering questions, trivia, and retaining
I
the
will
answer.
never remember any question
So, Tim,
trivia.
congratulations on winning this game.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Lost in the Damned is Grand Theft Auto 4, Ryan. Remember.
So when we're on episode 200, you'll figure this out.
Guys, I hope you have enjoyed our anniversary episode, and as we have kind of looked back at the history of the Leetist today.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope you enjoyed everyone, patrons out there, getting this a little bit earlier than everyone else because we're having a little vacation for Memorial Day. But the public will get to hear this too. Everyone's invited to join on the Leetist anniversary episode 50.
Yeah.
Become a patron. Patreon.com.
Thepatron.com.
Slash the Leetist.
Yeah.
Go to thepatron.theleetist/.com.
.com.org.
No, that's patreon.com/Leetist. And remember, if you want to share the show with people, please do. We would love for more and more people to.
You know something we forget to tell people to? Please do this. Write a review too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
For the love of God. Just
Hold on. I'll add that into my note here.
A positive review, or it helps our show out tremendously.
Whatever platform you're listening to podcasts on, there's a place to write reviews.
Alexa, remind me in 4 hours to add that we need to add the
positive
review thing to our shit.
I don't know if this is making it in,
she's
but
gonna
we're
get it.
doing
Okay,
it. All
let's
right,
just
there we go.
it's gonna be great.
There we go. Technology.
Oh man. Okay. But definitely check out those sites. Share theleetist.com/new-listeners with all your friends and your relatives, especially your grandma. I'm sure she would really enjoy us.
Yeah.
And you guys want to know the Gamers Week podcast trivia?
Oh, yeah, let's
Question
do it.
for this week. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? All right, here we go.
I'm
I
positive.
never know them, but
You sure don't. What full motion video game starred Arlie Ermy, Deborah Harry, and Corey Haim?
Corey Haim.
well, I know who those people are.
Full motion
Video game with Arlie Ermy.
Oh,
You guys know who Arlie Ermy is?
Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the Full Metal Jacket video game?
It is not.
Okay, damn.
You'd think it would be, but that's not a thing.
is it Night Trap?
It is not.
What is it?
It's called Double Switch.
Of course.
Double Switch. A young man named Eddie has been locked in the basement of his apartment complex, living there. A grumpy handyman, a young female reporter, 2 young women living as roommates, an ex-con, a mob boss, and the members of a rock band. Fuck, man, they don't make games like they used to.
All of those are living in one
Each
house?
group or person with their own story. The whole place is booby-trapped, and Eddie gives you the controls. Yeah, Eddie gives you controls of the traps. However, all is not as it seems. You were wondering if all was not as it seems? It's not.
So all these people living in a house. Oh, by the way, the house is booby trapped.
It is also booby trapped, and freeing Eddie will only kickstart a deadly mystery surrounding a mysterious statue in the building. The plot thickens, and the rumor of a treasure contained within it. Can you manage the trap controls and save the day?
Okay.
Wow.
I don't even know where to begin with how this plot is working.
I'm picturing like a mousetrap, but put into real life. With
Oh my god!
So people willingly are living in a booby-trapped house.
Why are we still here with rent prices the way they are? What do you do?
That there's a statue that contains a treasure.
Also, Double Switch can be the name for the next Switch console.
Ooh.
Actually, you know what makes it weirder is people are living in a house with Corey Haim. So that's really what it is, more so than anything else.
Oh, too soon.
Oh, he's already dead.
Not laughing at that. That's terrible.
That's okay.
Hey, friends. Wow.
Hi, friends.
Wow. 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Hey.
we made it.
It's been
Looks like we made it.
it's been quite the episode.
Let's do another 50. What do you say?
Yeah. Let's say,
Fans, if you want to hear another
let it
50
ride.
episodes, be sure to let us know. And definitely leave reviews. Definitely share the show with everybody. I mean, the more people you share with, the more people that start listening to us, the more episodes we're going to make. That's just the honest God truth. That's what's going to happen.
We're doing this as a labor of love, but also passion.
Come
in
hit
the
us up.
gaming world.
It's all the things.
At the Leetist on Twitter, come do Tim's Daily Trivia where
That's
you can
right.
win prizes. Come hang out in our Discord. Everything jumping off point, theleetist.com. You can find all that stuff. And thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much to our patrons. Everyone who's joined us on this journey of 50 episodes. Season 2 will start next week.
Man, season 2.
Bye,
That's
friends.
awesome.
Thanks so much.
That is so crazy.